These are the 6 countries represented in the final of the men's single sculls, with 4 previous world champions eliminated earlier in the week.
The conditions have been very, very difficult, and Greg still is only a year into sculling, so he would prefer a nice, flat, comfortable piece of water to race on. But he is getting off well. The conditions are pretty good for the first 250 metres, and then they really do start to churn up, and it causes an awful lot of trouble for people in the smaller boats.
Well, quickest away, the man in black in lane number 2, Rob Waddell, all 2 metres of him, as we switch to see the Olympic champion.
Yeah, Zeno Muller likes to sit back in the field a little bit. He doesn't really try to get out fast, but he doesn't have come fast in the last 500 metres. Remember his Olympic performance 2 years ago. What a fantastic finish he did in that last 500 there to grab the title.
Well, interesting, Zeno actually scooped the World Cup this year, and Rob Waddell put quite a lot of pressure on him in Lucerne, so this is not an open and shut case. In fact, it's a very open field.
I think so. Waddell's going well, but look at Chalupa going. Chalupa, who's got this very upright style. He comes forward really fast onto his front stop there, bouncing the boat quite a lot. Big, powerful guy, though, and clearly he reckons this is his year. He's moving very well there at the moment, leading the pack.
And Zeno, member of Zurich Rowing Club, spent much of his time in the United States, but very much a big hope for Swiss fans today.
Yeah, he sculls rather hunched there, but he's very, very smooth in the way that he moves. He's very smooth, sort of circular motion, where the boat just keeps running and running. But Chalupa there, moving along very, very powerfully, enjoying himself there. He looks like he really feels on top of it.
Well, I think the good thing about it is, as they go through the first 500, you can see it's Rob Waddell from Chalupa, then Itzhak Chop ahead of Great Britain's Greg Searle. The Egyptian, who usually starts very fast, is down, which is a surprise, and as you say, Zeno biding his time. But what I was going to say, Dan, is that Chalupa there in the lead, 5 times a runner-up. He's been very quiet this week. He hasn't got the pressure on him. Could this be his year?
Well, he thinks it is, I think. He's very much been the bridesmaid, never the bride. He's always been second or third there, always in the hunt, but just taken in the last 200 or 300 metres, usually by the new and up-and-coming star. Now, I wonder whether he's going to be able to hold off the people around him at the moment. Chop is moving very fast now. He's gone into just got the lead there. Chop, who's a great fighter, used to row the pair, now he's moved into the scull and has done for the last 3 or 4 years. Always a fine competitor. Muller just in lane 3, you can see just there in lane 4, in lane 4, just moving into the picture there as well. But at the moment it's Chop, Waddell and Chalupa who are heading the field.
Yes, Itzhak 25 from Bled, the beautiful lake of Bled. But I have to say that he makes no secret of the fact of how disappointed he's been to finish in 4th place in the last 2 major finals.
He's not a big man, Chop. He's not a big man, and this is very much a big man's sport. Chalupa is a very powerful sculler, getting caught there a little bit with his right blade. And Waddell is a huge man as well. He's 6'7". Very powerful athlete too. But Chalupa still bouncing his boat, but Chalupa really dominating this. This is very, very good for him as they go through the halfway point.
And you can see Czech Republic from New Zealand and Slovenia. Switzerland's Zeno Muller's put himself a little closer to the action. Great Britain and Egypt at the back of the field. And Chalupa, well, I mentioned the high altitude training, went up to the lakes in St. Moritz, which is a favourite spot for a lot of rowers to take their high altitude exertions down.
Waddell is doing well on that far side there. His boat, if you just watch the way his boat's running, it's just running and running. He doesn't stop the boat at all. And he's moving very, very well indeed. But Chalupa's got that power. He's really got the bit between his teeth. But see, just watch Muller. Muller's moving there into the picture there. He's moved up in lane 4, and he's beginning to close a little bit there on Chop.
Yes, you've got to go back to 1994. To the last time that Zeno was on a World Championship podium. That was in Indianapolis. He didn't have a good row in pretty wet conditions in Tampere in 1995 when he finished a very disappointing 6th. But then, of course, he came back in the Olympics and did it when it mattered most.
Yeah. It's good to look at him there, just there, that rather hunched style of his, but very Italian in it, that it's very horizontal. Leg drive, good horizontal movement there. And Waddell is beginning to put Chalupa under pressure. But Chalupa still has that power. He's getting his blade caught there again on the right. Having a little bit of trouble with this rough water. But just watch Waddell there. Look how comfortable and confident he's looking. He's just spinning along there on the outside lane, just enjoying the way the boat's running for him.
There's two men on the backside who'll be really enjoying this. Steve Gunn, who trains and coaches Waddell. Marty Aitken, who these days looks after Zeno Muller, as we're into the last quarter of the race. And the front two have got the best part of a length over Itztok Chop in third place, Zeno Muller in fourth, and not looking too good at the moment for Greg Searle.
No, Greg Searle, I'm afraid, is out of it there, and Ibrahim Ali on the far side also right out of it. But here, Waddell is now putting on the pressure. This is where Chalupa's got to see if that altitude training is going to help him. He's got to hold off Waddell. It looks like the other two are going to have a struggle to catch up to them. But it's Chalupa now fighting off Waddell, and Waddell trying now to move up alongside Chalupa.
Wow, this is a really gutsy performance here by the Czech. Waddell just getting the better of the argument at the moment. But there's and that's a crucial mistake.
Oh, that has really knocked Chalupa just when the pressure really came on, where Waddell pushed him there. Chalupa lost his nerve, lost his left scull, and now he's got Zeno Muller putting him under pressure as well. Zeno Muller with that fantastic finishing drive. Zeno's gone through Chalupa as well, and now it's going to be Waddell. Can he hold off Zeno Muller, the Olympic champion?
Waddell on the far side there. Chalupa really trying to fight back. He's certainly got a chance of a medal, but it seemed to me, caught a wave at exactly the crucial time, shades of 1993, when he was going for gold on the Czech Republic's own water. But now it's Waddell striding out, looking to his left, keeping an eye on Zeno Muller. Can Zeno put in the power pack finish to deny the New Zealander? I don't think he can, because there's the line, and Waddell is the champion. Zeno's in silver, and Chalupa punches the water to record the bronze medal there, ahead of Chop, who's once again fourth. Greg Searle is fifth, and the Egyptian will be sixth. So Rob Waddell becomes the first New Zealander ever to win the single sculls title, and is the first man from the Southern Hemisphere since Alberto Dimidi triumphed for Argentina back in 1970 to win this prestigious honour. Generous applause for Rob Waddell, a popular winner, now savouring the moment and respectful of the men who finished behind him today.